Hey guys, welcome back to Celebrity Tarot Readings, where I do readings for celebrities and celebrities only. So, yeah, since the last time that I posted the video, the reading for Chris Brown, he has been on my freaking mind like crazy. So usually when that happens, I just go ahead and pull out another reading. So apparently I must not have gotten everything that I needed to get out of his reading. So I'm going to go ahead and do that today. So of course, Chris Brown is a Taurus and his moon is in Taurus, and I think his Venus is in Taurus. Yeah, his Venus is in Taurus as well. So this is somebody that is very stubborn. All right, this is somebody that's very headstrong. This is somebody who's definitely into beautiful things, whether that is art. He could be really into creating art. If I'm not mistaken, I think he is. But of course, I'll talk more about his chart as we go along. And he is also he has the gift for gab too because of that Mercury in Gemini. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this energy and see why. All right, why is Chris Brown on my mind so much? Dear God, I ask that you give me the most clear and precise messages when it comes to Chris Brown. Give me the most detailed and accurate messages about Chris Brown. What can you tell me currently about his health? What can you tell me currently about Chris Brown's health? You have the Ten of Wands here, okay? So Chris Brown, he takes on a lot of responsibility. He takes on a lot of burden. Or there's something that he's carrying that he's needing to let go of. He may have recently come out of a period where he could have been like very stressed in a situation, but it looks like he's kind of like walking away from that situation at this time. So I feel like he realizes that the responsibility is not just his own to carry. It's not just his burden to carry, or he really feels like he has to take on everything. It's kind of like I'm getting the energy of him needing to be the man of the house. When he was a child, he was put in that position of being the man of the house, or that's a role that he felt like he needed to take on. But yeah, that just came through strongly. Also, you have here the Four of Wands. There's a lot of fire energy, so he could have a fire sign around him. All right, this could be somebody that he is celebrating with. You also have here that Four of Wands could also indicate community. So he could have a community of people. There could be. I'm telling you, I feel like he takes care of financially a lot of people, and he just feels a responsibility to that. I don't know if he feels like this because he's famous or if this is just his who he is naturally. Like he could just be one of those people that he loves to take care of other people, even to the detriment of himself, which is not a good thing. Okay. Wow. You cannot make this up. He definitely has some fire energy around him, but you also have this Two of Wands. So there's something that he could be planning at this time. He could be planning to make a decision right now. He may be leaving behind maybe like some family members or someone or people that he takes care of. He may feel like people have been leaning on his shoulders a little bit too much. So he may be interested in moving at this time. That could be something that's going on with him. Damn. Once again, there's wands. All right. Three of Wands in a reverse, but there's an obstacle in the way. I'm telling you, there's something he feels burdened by, something that causes him frustration. And Chris Brown smokes a lot, or at least he's in this energy now where he's smoking a lot and he's thinking about this decision because this incense are coming in very strong. Yeah, he's choosing his head over heart right now. Okay. He's getting into an energy where he feels like he needs to discipline himself against giving too much of himself because he knows that when he does this, he gets to a point where he feels completely burnt out. So I don't know if this is just how he's feeling with the industry. Maybe he feels like he needs to take a break because he takes on a lot, but he's definitely been in his head about this. Yeah, that was a tower moment that recently happened with him, or it could be that if he takes this break, he could be avoiding the tower because you have the tower card here in the reverse. And let's go ahead. Oh, Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Hierophant in the reverse, along with the Two of Pentacles. This came out in his last. This came out in his last reading. I feel like he's juggling two women. I'm just going to be honest. I feel like Chris Brown is juggling two women. One of them could be an earth sign, or both of them could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And he's, I don't know. Here's the thing about it. They may desire him more than he desires them. Like he has a natural, I don't know if Chris Brown is an only child. Comment down below if you guys know if he's an only child. But I feel like with Chris Brown, he knows how to disconnect himself from his emotions. So even though he is with somebody, he's not all the way there when it comes to being with a person. I just seem like he's very ambitious and he always craves something new. So I feel like for him that he knows that right now one woman would not be enough for him. The person in his life would have to accept that they're not the only one. You cannot make this up. 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Swords. All right. Other people may not want to hear this, but I feel like with him, his truth hurts sometimes. He could be very blunt. Like I said before, he's coming up as the King of Swords. Keep in mind, his Mercury is in Gemini. And this is just somebody here. He's very, very headstrong, very stubborn. He has that Taurus energy, plus he has a Leo in ascendant. What he says is what he means. He does not mince words. Oh, he can be cutting. Oh my God. Listen, sometimes he can talk to people in a way to where they're just like, well, damn, I should have never said anything. I should have never said anything. Like, I feel like for Chris Brown, like I did pull up in his last reading. If you guys are interested in checking that out, or if you want to watch it again, you can. But in the last reading, I noticed that this Hierophant in the reverse came through in his reading. I feel like for him, he definitely had a lot of love and he has a lot of regret when it comes to Rihanna. But I feel like for him moving forward, he doesn't see a need to get married. This is that Hierophant in the reverse. He doesn't feel the need to follow tradition. For him, he creates his own. I feel like for him, he creates his own idea of what he feels brings him fulfillment. And I definitely believe that a person involved with Chris Brown has to understand that his career comes first, his money comes first, and that he has a lot of fire energy that's coming up in the reading, which means that this is somebody that's just always on the go. And he know that for him, it would be selfish to truly commit to somebody, at least just in his stage of his life that he's in right now. And I feel like for him, what still kind of weighs a lot on him emotionally is a tower that he experienced years ago when it came to Rihanna, allegedly. Okay, everything here is alleged because we are dealing with public figures. But of course, in the past, he abused Rihanna. And I feel, they had an incident where it just changed his entire career. And I feel like for him, he put all of his heart, he put all of his soul into his music, and he put less on being with another person, because this could just be that he needs some work to do in his own life, that he knows that he has some issues that he's probably just not ready to face yet. All right. Bottom of the deck here. Yep. You cannot make this up. There's the 9 of Cups there in the reverse. Okay. This is somebody that when it comes to love, he kind of checked out. Like, he can be with a person, he can have children with a person, but giving somebody his heart, I'm going to be honest, I don't see it. All right. Because his heart is still healing, or he's still heartbroken, allegedly from somebody in the past. There's still a lot of suffering and grief that he's experienced. Could be with the air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But I don't know. I just feel like he partnerships to him, he doesn't see relationships the same way that others would see it. He looks at it as a burden. He looks at it as something that would stunt his growth, or allegedly is something that pains him, something he doesn't like to think about. I feel like it's something that he would prefer to suppress. Like, I can give you all the fun in the world. We can laugh. We can trip out. We can go on trips. We can do this. We can do that. But I can't give you any more than that. You have to accept that that's where the buck stops when it comes to Chris Brown, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and see what the intuitive messages has to say. Let's see. This one flipped over. Dear God, I ask that you give me the most clear and precise messages that need to come through at this time, please, for Chris Brown. Give me the most detailed and accurate messages that need to come through for Chris Brown at this time, please. Okay, let's see what we have. You have all that you need will surely come. Only focused on you. Oh, okay. We'll see how this unfolds. Mind games. You cannot make this up. I'm telling you, I feel like he's strongly juggling two or more women, and he plays mind games. All right. This is how he stays in control, allegedly, of a situation so that he doesn't have to fully invest. Okay. He could have brown eyes or somebody that he knows. Someone has the initial I, multiple positions. Let me tell y'all something. I truly believe Chris Brown puts it down. Do y'all remember that voicemail that that girl left him that time when she wanted to get some again? And she was like, please, I just want to hear from you again. I'm hearing his song in my head now. I haven't heard from you in a minute, babe. Tell me what to do and I'm with it, babe. You have here karmic. I feel like there's a karmic cycle in Chris's life that he has yet to close out. There's something in his life that keeps him, you cannot make this up. There is something in Chris Brown's life. It could be the incident involving Rihanna, or this could be some things from his childhood. If I'm not mistaken, Chris experienced abuse, or his mother experienced physical abuse allegedly when he was younger. And I feel like this is something that he's needing to break away from. All right. You have here spiritual downloads. So he could be experiencing spiritual downloads where he's randomly waking up, having vivid dreams and bursts of energy. This may be why he still feels so strongly in my energy, but you have here the faces you make. I'm telling you, Chris be on him, putting it down on these women and then don't offer them nothing else. All right, you have here Cancer. Okay, so he could be connected to a Cancer. Someone has the initial F. I'm telling you, this man is dealing with either one or more Queen of Pentacles. Could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or it could be somebody that possesses these qualities. All right, Queen of Pentacles is good business sense, practical, selfish. Somebody he's dealing with, they could be practical, or they could be the opposite, of course, because Queen of Pentacles in the reverse could indicate a gold digger. But I do feel that he's very attracted to there's a certain type of woman he's attracted to, and it could be somebody that gives off the nurturing energy, or it could be somebody that's karmic. Okay, because the reason why I say this is you have trauma bonding. He may have trauma bonded allegedly with somebody that had just as damaging childhood as he may have had. They may have talked about it, opened up about the things that they've gone through. And this is why it's so hard, allegedly, for Chris Brown to leave the past behind. All right. He could have had things stolen from him. All right. Allegedly, or there could be somebody that takes something. I feel like somebody that he's known has taken from him, whether this is financially, whether this is his time or his money. Or property. You have here, someone has the initial O. There are a lot of initials. So there's a lot of third party energy, meaning that there could be a lot of people in his ear. Again, I mentioned in the beginning of the reading that Chris Brown takes care of a lot of people. There's a lot of people, but I feel like some of these people are hanger-ons, or some of these people that he deals with are yes people. Okay. And you have here invest in stock. This could be something that he's currently into, or something he's been doing throughout his career that could offer him some benefit in his life. Okay. Yeah, he may be somebody that's good with his money, or he's on top of it when it comes to his money. So I want to go ahead. I want to pull some more cards, and let me get some spiritual messages. Give me some spiritual messages for Chris Brown. Give me some spiritual messages for Chris Brown at this time, please. Denial. I'm telling you, he's living in the past. There's something that he's in denial about, all right? But he needs to be strong, all right? Because you got the warrior card here. That when that warrior card comes out, that lets you know that if it's not you that's strong, then you need to be strong, or you need to understand that you have some guides around you that are protecting you at this time. I feel like for him, he always feels like he has to be, I don't know if he feels like he has to be tough, but this card is letting him know that like he has protection around him. I do believe he's experiencing spiritual downloads. Yeah, he's a very loyal person, but sometimes I feel like his loyalty can get the best of him. He needs to reevaluate the people that he entertained in his life. Bottom of the deck, you have individuality. Okay, this is somebody that is very unique, or this is someone that needs to stand on their own, or somebody that needs to embrace their uniqueness. Okay. And where's that card at? There we go. All right. Give me the most important messages. What is it in Chris Brown's life that he is in denial about? What is it in Chris Brown's life that he is in denial about? Give me the most important messages that need to come through. What is Chris Brown in denial about? I'm not surprised about that. He's in denial about his feelings, his emotions. He needs to get emotionally balanced. He's in denial of the fact that he is somebody that could be very reckless. And he needs to get a handle on this. Allegedly, he is somebody that can be very, very reckless. Okay. He does things to the detriment of him due to the fact that he listens too much to outside people, or he tries to impress outside people. It's something about the company that he keeps that he needs to be mindful of this. Okay. Because see, you have these Six of Pentacles here in the reverse. All right. This is somebody that doesn't realize that the people that he entertains, that some of the people in his life, some of the shady people in his life, they hang with him because there's some type of strings attached. All right. There's some type of power or domination that he either gets out of this or they get out of that. All right. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune card next to it. And the thing is that what he doesn't realize is that the people, and I honestly, I noticed that this tends to happen a lot with earth signs, in particular Taurus, is because, of course, they can be stereotypically very stubborn. I noticed that for some of them, you can't tell them anything about their friends. You cannot, for some of them, they're like, no, I'm loyal. I done been down for these people for the longest. You cannot make this up. Oh my God, I literally just said loyalty and denial. Chris Brown is in denial allegedly about some people that are shady in his life. And what he does not understand, Spirit has been trying to protect him against this. He's been receiving allegedly spiritual downloads. He may have been seeing angel numbers. He's been sending signs that he needs to protect himself against certain people because, see, these people are keeping him from future blessings. These people are blocking, they may have blocked some blessings in his life in the past. I'm telling you, there are definitely some people now. It could be a Gemini in his energy. All right. This could be a partnership. I do feel like he's gonna, whether he knows it or not, he's gonna end up settling down with a Gemini. Okay, because that Gemini card has come up in his reading before as a potential lover. But keep in mind that the Lover's card can also indicate partnerships as well. Doesn't necessarily mean a love relationship. And it has to do with choices. He has to make a decision. You cannot make this up. Chris has to make a decision, and it has to be a decision that is all his own. He has to make a decision to cut out either some business partnerships or some friends or some lovers allegedly that he is dealing with. Okay. What did I tell you? You cannot make this up. He needs to cut out some people in his life. All right. And so that this new cycle in his life can begin. There are some things that he needs to change, and he needs to be strong. Oh my God, there it is again. Now it's coming together because it was just killing me. Like, I was like, why do I need to do another reading on Chris? And now I see why. See, because the thing is that he needs to raise his standards in his life. Okay. He needs to raise his standards on who he deals with, partnership wise or relationships and everything, because this affects him a lot. He got to raise his standards and get out of this energy of being reckless. It's time for Chris Brown to grow up. It's time for him to stop playing games. Okay. It's time for a new beginning in his life. You cannot make this up. It's time for some change. And I do feel that once he does this, there may end up being a Cancer that he may end up changing for, or that this could just be all his energy here with this Queen of Cups here, becoming more passionate, more compassionate, more calm, more comforting. It is definitely something here, because at the bottom of the deck, you also have the Four of Cups, all right, which has to do with somebody contemplating or somebody disconnecting. Chris needs to disconnect from some type of energy that he has currently in his life. I need to find out why. Why does Chris Brown need to disconnect himself from some people in his life. Why does Chris Brown need to disconnect from some people in his life? So he can balance his life out. He needs to balance himself out between spirituality and practicality. He needs to get himself to a point where he develops patience and find meaning in his life. All right, because I mentioned before, with that 9 of Cups in the reverse that came out in the beginning of the reading, he's trying to find his purpose in life, but he needs to stop ignoring his intuition. You cannot make this up. That 2 of Swords came out in the reverse before. Now it's in the upright. He needs to start making decisions for himself. Let me tell you, he's a very successful person, but just because he's successful, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have vultures around him. And it doesn't mean that he's the type of person that, how do I say this? God, I'm trying to figure out the right way to say this. It's going to be a difficult choice. These may be friends he's known for a long time or something. I just feel like there's people, could be some bad energy. I told y'all there was fire energy that was in his reading. He may have a Sagittarius around him or a few fire signs that may mean him no good. And he needs to make a decision, a difficult decision to cut these people out of his life. Okay, because this is the reason why something in his life is not making him feel fulfilled, because he has his money and everything, but there's something there that is still off balance in his life that causes him allegedly to act reckless. You cannot make this up. There's a devil card there in the reverse. He needs to free himself so that he can restore control in his life, okay? 5 of Swords is a person that's walking away from conflict and realizing a situation and seeing it for what it is. Could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, that he's maybe realizing is shady. At Gemini, there's that Gemini energy there. But I'm telling you, there's something that he needs to realize, and this is going to bring him fulfillment. There will be something to celebrate. I'm telling you, a new community of people. He needs new people in his life, because the people around him, I feel he has some enablers around him, allegedly. All right, give me the most important messages for Chris Brown. What are the most important messages that need to come through? I told y'all he's gonna end up with a woman that's gonna change his life. She could be an earth sign, because we do have earth here. Oh, you cannot make this up. He's got to let go of a vice. Bottom of the deck, your surroundings will undergo a transition. Shut the freak up. Your surroundings, 2 of Wands, that's leaving, that's changing. I'm telling you, there's a transition that's going to happen in his life. Isn't he not an earth sign? Okay, this has to do with utilizing your logic, reason, and common sense. He got to use that common sense to get out of this devil energy. He has to use this common sense to get out of this devil energy. He could be addicted to sex, allegedly, drugs, alcohol, you name it. Just this energy, basically, okay? And Spirit is trying to get him away from this, because he has a gift that he's been blessed with, and he needs to shake away anything that's going to keep fighting against what he was designed to do here on this earth. You have reverie and indulgence. I'm telling y'all, there's something that Chris Brown is allegedly indulging in, okay? Listen, allegedly. Okay, I've been looking at some of his recent interviews, and Chris Brown look high as hell off of something, and I ain't talking about no weed. All right, so you have here, true feelings are being masked. I told you that 9 of Cups in the reverse, pretending like you don't give a damn, you don't care about people, you're just who you are. I'm never gonna change. Really indulging in that Taurus, that low vibrating Taurus energy there. This is a person that's hiding a mask. What he really truly wants and desires is love and emotional stability. Forces beyond your control intervene. You cannot make this up. Spirit's going to step in if he doesn't make the decision to get rid of these people himself, because there's something that's a detriment to him, whether it's people or it's a vice, or people enabling him and giving him vices. Okay, giving him things to continue to keep him stuck. I knew there was something, because this man had been on my mind like he was my damn man, okay? I was like, damn. Why he is on my mind like this? Wow. Whew. Chris. Yeah. Because see, you don't get those kind of gifts that this man has you know, for no reason. He was blessed to be a singer and a performer. But, you know, everybody don't want to see you happy. Just because they smiled in your face or they knew you for a long time, that don't mean that they ain't plotting on your downfall. Let's see. How do I want to close this off? Let me close this off with some final Angel of Love messages. If you guys enjoyed this reading so far, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Comment down below some other celebrities or celebrity couples you would like me to do readings for. And I will definitely get those readings out to you. Give me the most important messages to close off this reading, please, for Chris Brown. Give me the most important messages to close off this reading for Chris Brown. Let's see. Oh, you got 4. Okay. All right. The first one here, it says, consider your foundation. I told you. Look at how committed you are to love. Look at your foundation. Okay. You have treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. You have, you are limitless. You can do anything that you choose. The heart of the matter, there is more going on than meets the eye. You cannot make this up. There's a lot of things going on. He knows there's some change in his life. Hopefully he finds direction and go in which the way Spirit is calling him. If you guys enjoyed this reading, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Again, I'm the Sag Moon Diva. Guys, check out my second channel, Sag Moon Diva Tarot, for all things 12 zodiac signs. If you're interested in a personal, all that information is down below in the description box, as well as pinned in the comments. And if you all are interested in these cards over here, all of these little cute little oracle cards, all that information as well is down below in the description box, as well as pinned in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.